colleges and clubs all around the country, man. She was here last week, and we had a packed show, so I told her to come back this week, and she said she will. Beautiful young lady, funny as hell. Put your hands together. She gonna come up and do a little time. Put your hands. Dave, you in the booth? Yeah. Okay. Put your hands together. Start clapping right now. Start clapping right now. Give it up for my girl Jennifer. Give it up for Jennifer.
A lot of faces, seen a lot of faces. Oh, hell, I even fuck with different races. A white dude, his name was John. He had a Queen Bee Blues tattoo.
Riddles, how y'all feeling?
Bobby his day for the prom, and he buy me a horse.
Cut that, DJ. I said riddles. That was drier than like cactus pussy. Like riddles. How y'all feeling? Okay. Okay, that sounded a little bit more like it. I'm like, damn. So I always love doing Southside shows. I've been doing so many shows up north. They got me saying shit like G Willikers and stuff like that. So I'm really glad, to be back on the South Side, because I feel like I can get back to my South Side jokes, get back to my roots. Speaking of my roots, despite what I look like, I'm from a very respectable neighborhood called Allgale Gardens, okay? Y'all, everybody that laughed ain't shit, okay? Don't you talk about where I came from, okay? That's near and dear to me. But no, like growing up in the gardens, it was an experience, man. Like an experience for real. Like, if I could describe it to anything, it would probably mirror like one of my favorite childhood movies, The Wizard of Oz. Dorothy and Toto had lions and tigers and bears. Well, in the gardens, we got crackheads, potholes, and deer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it reminds me a lot like The Wizard of Oz. Like, I'm like Dorothy, like the black version, I guess. So it's NBA season. Any NBA fans in the building? I'm a diehard NBA fan. Like, I love sports. But, like, is it just me, or is this season starting off, like, really aggressive? Like, it's been really aggressive. You got, like, all these fights going on. But, like, the fight that, this whole season between, like, Serge and everybody, like, the fight that sticks with me the most, it has to be the Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo fight. Did anybody catch that fight? I wondered in that moment, like, do celebrities regret taking endorsements like that they can't really use in real life? Because think about it. In that moment, when Chris Paul squared up with Rajon Rondo, like, nigga, what? Imagine how helpful it could have been in that moment before Rajon Rondo connected with Chris Paul. Imagine how helpful it would have been if he could have been able to say, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. But he couldn't. He couldn't at all. I bet the dude from Allstate called him that night, like, nigga, are you in good hands? It don't look like it. Come on. Switch on like Paul from Verizon. So I'm glad it's only like 6 of y'all here tonight, because I'm about to work out some new material, and it's not enough for y'all to really like start a rumor. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm a veteran. I served in the United States Navy for 4 years. I spent my 21st birthday. Jay was talking about shot. Like literally, I spent my 21st birthday in the military, and I didn't really realize. Like you hear like drunk like a sailor, drink like a sailor. It's one thing to hear it, but it's another thing to experience it, okay? So I want to share a story with y'all about my 21st birthday. So my grandmother was driving from Chicago, Allgale Gardens, to Virginia Beach, about 36 hours where I was stationed, to come spend my 21st birthday with me. She was running a little bit late, and so she wanted to tell me, baby, go have a couple drinks with your friends. I'll see you in a couple hours. Cool, I got you. I go out and I have a drink with my sailor buddies. One shot in, I'm not feeling nothing. Second shot in, I'm smooth. Third shot in, my white friend came up to me and said, Madden, you gotta give me a blowjob. Now I'm from the south side of Chicago. Them fighting words to me, sir. You can't talk to me like that. I look like this, but I will snatch this over and out so fast and we will throw hands. So I was like, sir, you can't be talking to me like that, And for all of y'all that thought the blowjob was what I thought it was, it's not. It's actually a drink. It's a shot. So it's called a blowjob. So the idea and the concept of the blowjob is whoever birthday it is or whoever is celebrating a special occasion, they buy the shot for the other party. Now the object is the person who buys the blowjob, which is a shot. It's like a shooter. They get in a chair, very identical to this one, and they sit like this. And they put the shot right here, and the object is the other party is supposed to take this shot with no hands like this. Now, when he told me about it, I couldn't figure out which one was more weird. The fact that, like, this was a thing, or the fact that, like, I wanted to try it, low-key. And so I did. I tried the shot, and I literally blacked out. All I remember to this day, and this was 9 years ago, all I remember to this day is waking up with 3 voicemails on my phone that sound a lot like this. Boop. Petty Officer Madden, this is the military police. We got your grandmother here. Looks like she's been waiting for you about 2 hours now. If you can give us a call, her, me, somebody, anybody, and let us know you're all right. Let us know you're okay, all right? Have a good one. So at this point, I'm freaking out like shit. I done blacked out. My granny done drove 36 hours, and I don't know about y'all grandmas, and I don't know how I work in the white families, but in the black community, if you stand your grandma up, even at 30 years old, you get your ass whooped. Ain't no questions asked. So I'm like, oh my God, like, I need to think of a lie, right? So I'm like, okay, let me check the second voicemail, see what's going on. Second voicemail, boop. Petty Officer Madden, it's the military police. We got your grandma here. It's been about 8 hours. We're a little bit concerned at this point. Just give us a call back. Let somebody, anybody know that you all right. So at this point, I'm like, shit, I'm really getting my ass beat. That's been 8 hours. Like, she won't even wait 8 minutes, you know what I'm saying, for me to get out the bathroom. So I'm knowing, like, it's over with when she see me, like, it's over with. So the third voicemail comes, boop. Petty Officer, man, this is military police. Your grandma said, fuck it. And when she see you, that's your ass. Y'all, that's been 9 years ago. I still ain't called my grandma back. I'm not going. I'm not going. I can't, I'm not never finna go. Do we got any lovers? Any lovers in the building? Anybody just celebrated an anniversary or recently in a relationship? Just a scorn crowd full of jaded hearts. God damn. Well, I'm in love, y'all. I recently just moved in with my boyfriend. I'm really excited about it because it's like for the first time in a long time that I got past the like lying to each other about who we are phase. You know what I'm saying? Like, he know who I am. He accepted. You know what I'm saying? So, like, has anybody ever tried to have a conversation with a partner? Like, I was trying to have a conversation with my boyfriend, and in my mind, I saw it going so romantically in my mind. And I asked him, I said, baby, if you could describe loving me to anything in the world, what would it be? Now, I like to watch rom-coms and stuff like that. I'm real like a sap at heart, so I'm thinking he's gonna say something like from Jerry Maguire, like, you had me at hello, or, you know, some romantic quote. And he looked me dead in the face and he said, baby, loving you, it's like playing Mortal Kombat on hard. Now, I'm a Gemini. Certain things you can't say to me. You know, I get triggered really easily. You know what I'm saying? And so the rational Jen was like, okay, don't freak out. Don't flip out. He probably didn't mean it in that way. But the irrational Jen was like, fuck that nigga, get over here. I'm gonna show your ass Mortal Kombat, nigga. I got the cheat codes. I uppercut his ass. Whoopsie. Nah, I'm just kidding. Let me end with this one last joke. I'm gonna end with this one last joke, y'all. So, I used to be a social worker. I used to work for the public aid office, and I had to really leave my job because, like, I had to realize, like, take that L. Like, certain jobs just not for you, and you have to just be okay with that. Like, I realized after about my 20th time getting cursed out, like, this job, this not for me. Like, it's really not. Like, I have to look you in the face while you curse me out and say, anything else I can do for you, sir? Like, it pisses me off. So I'm like, I've gotten cursed out probably the worst you can ever get cursed out before. But I really knew it was time for me to leave my job when I got rolled off on. Oh, what is rolled off, you ask? Great question. Rolled off on, I had a customer. To this day, I still do not know what I did to this gentleman to piss him off, but he was in a rage. All I remember is that the gentleman, he looked me dead in the face and he said, you know what? You can keep the fucking stamps. And then he rolled off on my ass. And I knew this job it was time for me to go because at the point when he rolled off on me in my mind, all I wanted to do was beat his ass to the door so I could eject his ass out that bitch. But I there now. Y'all been a great crowd. I had a great time. My name is Jen. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Y'all have a good night.
What y'all trying to do?